Hi, my name is Beth, and I am a programming assistant for the St. Johns County Public Library System, and I am here as a representative for St. John's Reads. St. John's Reads is our annual One Book, One Community program. We're featuring the library book this year by Susan Orlean, and we've had all kinds of great programming all throughout the month of January that relate to this book. Today we're going to be doing some arts and crafts. We're going to make luminary bags out of old maps. If you've read the library book, then you know that the Los Angeles Public Library has one of the 5 largest map collections in the United States. And we're going to make some pretty luminary bags that you can use throughout your home to lighten up during this dark winter season. Or you can save the idea for sometime when parties are possible again, hopefully sometime in 2021. If you have not read the library book yet and need help, just ask anybody at your local library to help get you a copy. We have it in all different kinds of formats. So let's go ahead and get started. So to make this project, you will need some old maps. You can pick these up from thrift stores, or you might just have some laying around in your house. You'll probably want a cutting mat. You'll need an X-Acto knife. You could use a pair of scissors, but an X-Acto knife would probably be easier. You'll need some glue. You can either use just regular, glue in a bottle like this, or a glue stick. It doesn't really matter. You'll want a ruler and a pencil. And this isn't required, but you might want some stamps to punch out designs into your bags. So I've got this combination of different snowflake kind of stamps that I can punch out on mine. And then you'll want some tea lights, either some regular tea light candles like that you can pick up at the grocery store, or I think this came from a giant pack from IKEA. Or you can also get battery powered tea lights like these. It came in a box of probably 12. In fact, I think they even sell online, you can get remote controlled battery powered tea lights, and that would be kind of cool. If you're going to use your luminary bags outside, you also might want a little bit of sand or some rocks or something so that you can put at the bottom to weight the bag so they don't blow away. And that's really all that you need. So let's go ahead and get started. So to get started, the first thing we need to do is cut our maps into A4 sizes of paper. A4 is an international paper size. It is 8 3/4 inches, or 8 1/4 inches by 11 3/4 inches. So we will go ahead and just measure out 8 1/4 by 11 3/4. Like so. So 8 1/4. And I'll do this in a few different points. 8 1/4, and then maybe one more time. 8 1/4. And then I want to go lengthwise 11 3/4. So that's 11 3/4 there. And again, I'll do this in several points. So measure that. Okay, so then I just need to take my X-Acto knife. I'll again use my ruler as a straight edge. Line it up. got your first, so I think go all the way to the edge. So you've got your first size piece of paper, and you'll just want to repeat this process with however many bags that you want to make. Each map will probably get at least 5 or 6 map sizes cut out to A4 size. So I guess depending on how many tea lights you have and how many bags you want and how many maps you have, just go ahead and cut to your heart's content. You're going to want to make sure that you have your map side, that once we start folding, that you've got your map on the outside. For instance, on some of the maps that you cut out will have maps on both sides, but this particular one has a map on one side and I've got a key on this side. So I'm going to want to lay it like this with the key facing up. I've got the long part, the 11 3/4 inch side, laying lengthwise, and I'm going to fold this over, leaving about a 5 millimeter, which is about 2 inches, overlap. So that's probably about right there. Let's just double check. Yeah, that's good. So I've got it like that, and I'm just going to crease it. And I'm going to take my glue and I'm going to just make a little line here and fold that back over to basically make a little tube. And I'm going to let that dry for just a moment. So now that I've let that dry for just a moment, I'm going to go ahead and take my stamps. If you're going to be using stamps, this is a good time because now you kind of know what your bag is basically going to look like. So I'm just going to try to find about the center with my big snowflake stamp. And do the same on this side, but maybe up a little bit. And maybe do one more coming at an angle from down here. And then I've got these other little ones, so I'll try some of those as well. I wish I could get this in a little bit. But that's good. So now I've got my stamps. And that'll look really pretty when I've got the candle inside, I think. Okay, at this point I just want to flip my bag over and again measure about 5 millimeters or about 2 inches down from the bottom, and so for me that's about where that pink line is, I think. Yep. So then I'm just going to fold that up right there. And I'm going to make little triangles from the edge. So just like that. And just kind of press down and crease it. And I'm going to do that on the other side as well. So you can see it's like a little flap. And there's a little bit of a space in between. So next, I'm going to take my little crease flap and I'm actually going to open my creases back up and I'm gonna open this little bit with my fingers, and I'm going to create triangles here, like this, creasing, and the same on this side. There we go. You might have to kind of fidget with it a little bit with your fingers to make it lay flat. But so now I've got basically like an envelope like this. And now I'm going to take this bottom half and I'm going to fold it over so that it's just a little bit, like here's my middle line, and I want this to go a little bit higher than the middle. And I'm going to crease the bottom. And I'm going to do the same on this side. I want it to go a little bit more than the middle. I don't want it to go all the way to the end though. Just a little bit past the middle, and I'll crease it like that. Like so. And we're going to want to glue this now just as well. So just a little bit. We'll put a little bit down here and just kind of push that down, and then a little bit more here. I'm going to go all the way to the edge. So just this little bottom part has gotten glued. And just hold your finger over that for a second and let it dry. Now that we've let that glue dry a little bit, go ahead and turn your bag and fold the side up just a little bit so that it meets about where this little triangle is. And so fold it up, and you'll want to make sure that crease is good. If you have like a bone folder, that would probably help make your crease really strong, but you can also use a ruler and just kind of press it. Of course, I've got these little, my snowflakes are a little bit on the side, so we'll see what that ends up doing, but then you just want to flip it over and do the same thing on this side. Just fold it over just a little bit. And make sure your crease is good. Okay, so now that we have our sides folded, we're going to go ahead and make the shape of the bag basically. So we're going to just kind of move those up a little bit and stick your finger like this just to kind of loosen this bit up. And then go to your open side and just gently put your hand on the inside and just start trying to open the bag up like that. And then we want to basically reinforce all of the different seams in the bag. So I'm going to go along the side and just kind of pinch, and you might have to stick your hand inside to kind of keep that going. Do that on this side as well. And see, I've got little snowflakes on the sides. I don't know how great that's going to be for my bag, to be honest with you, but it's all fun. It's fine. So I'll go ahead and do it along the bottom as well. And then do my creases on this side. So at this point, you can probably, if you wanted to, try to put in any more stars or snowflake shapes if you wanted. You think it might need something else more centered. But it's pretty much ready to to just plop in a tea light down here at the bottom. And like I said, if you're going to put them outside, you might want to throw in a little bit of beach sand or a rock or something just to keep it ready. But it's ready to go. Let's wait till it's a little bit dark and we'll light these up. And there you go. There's your beautiful map Luminary bag. Again, you can repeat the steps, make as many bags as you'd like, and they're a really beautiful way to use up some old maps you have laying around the house and make your home feel nice and cozy during the winter. Well, thanks so much for joining us today. I had a lot of fun and I hope you did as well. I know this video is premiering at the end of St. John's Reads, but you can still watch any of the videos that we have made all month long that relate to the library book by Susan Orlean. You can watch those at your convenience on our Facebook page or our YouTube channel. Again, if you need help finding a copy of the book, just ask anybody at your local library, and we hope we see you in person sometime soon. Take care. Bye-bye.